Hi Cancers, Trishna here. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to talk about your success, what's holding it back, and what you can do about it. So if you are a success-driven Cancer, then this video is for you. So what I'm feeling for you is I actually think that for Cancers, we address some of your fears and blocks in the July Cancer video for this month. And because there's something that you're working towards, and there is a little bit of a fear of getting disappointed or like a fear of failure, and will I be able to handle that failure if what I really want, this dream that's close to my heart, doesn't pan out? And will this dream ever work out for me? So I think there was a lot of fears around that, or a lot of emotions around that we've already addressed in the July video. So you guys are kind of getting a bonus video right now. And I feel like you're actually in a really good place right now. I feel like you're happy, and maybe you've already started working on some of those fears of disappointment. I think that if you haven't already seen the Cancer video for July, go ahead and check that out. I think it will really help you a lot in feeling better about what's going on with you and your happy future that is to come. So now I feel like there's going to be a new fear or a new block that comes up as you move forward, because now that you're feeling better and now that you're getting even closer and closer to your success, there is going to come a point when you may start to get scared that you won't be able to handle your success. So fear of success, where you'll start to feel like things are too big or they're too good, and it starts to overwhelm you, or you don't know if you'll be able to handle it all, or you might feel like you're going to fly away. I don't know why I'm getting, you might feel like you're going to fly away, but that ties into the guidance that I'm getting for you. So you're going to have this fear of success that comes up. And so what you need to do with that, to help you with that, is to ground yourself. So I think that's why fly away, you need to ground yourself, put yourself back down to earth where it's safe and where home is and where it's comfortable. And I think that will really help you manage that success and understand that you really can handle it all, and that your whole world hasn't shifted and changed. It's just that one part. I think that will be really, really comforting for you whenever you hit that fear. So what do I mean by grounding? So if you have maybe family that lives nearby that you can connect with, or if you have a really close knit group of friends, those are ways that you can ground. Spend more time with them, because they are your normal. They are how your life has been. And so whenever you go back to that, it establishes this feeling of comfort and things that are normal. And there's an emotional tie to it because they're people that you care about, and so it pulls you into the moment, which is a normal moment for you, and that's how it can ground you. Now if you don't have either one of those, or maybe you still have one of those, you may also enjoy cooking or baking. I feel like baking for some of you, and that is also a very homey touch. It's also a very comforting touch. It's something that is reliable and something that you do for fun, and so it's normal and it's reliable. You know that if you put these ingredients in these proportions at this temperature for this amount of time, things are going to come out the way that you expect them to come out. And so all of this will be very comforting and very grounding. Now I also feel like your success, I also feel like you should ground yourself now, and then also use these grounding techniques whenever you hit your success. And let me kind of explain that. So like right now you should, like be around your friends and your family and around the activities that you like to do, for example, baking, because that brings in that sense of normalcy, that comfort. Now let's say your success involves having to move to a new place, or having to travel around the world, or having to start at a new company. Something like that. Something where your life, there's like a different environment or a different group of people that you'll be around, and you're having to establish new relationships or new connections in some way. Then what you can do is, let's say you have to move. You now don't have your circle of friends. You now may not live close to your family anymore, but you have your activity, which could be baking, for example, and that brings you comfort. And what you can do is, as you make new friends, you can have parties where you bake, and then you invite your friends to enjoy your baked goods. And that's a way where you can, one, do something that's comforting and that's normal, baking, which you enjoy, and it also brings in a new circle of friends that can be your new normal. It's like you had a group of friends before, that was your normal. So when you create a new group of friends here, that establishes normalcy and comfort for you, even though it's new people. But it's the fact that you had a group there and now you have a group here that keeps that common thread through this change. And, you know, people obviously, if you're going to bake, they're going to come over and they're going to love it. And then you're going to be able to establish real interpersonal connections with them, and you're going to have that group of friends in no time. So I hope this is making sense. So, you know, you had a fear of disappointment, but I feel like you really worked through a lot of that. Again, if you haven't seen my cancer video for July, watch that as well, and I think that will really help you with that. And then, you know, as you get closer to success, you know, you're going to start coming up, you're going to start having a new fear, a fear of success, and how am I going to handle all of this? And, you know, my life is getting too big and it's going to start getting out of control, and like, am I up for this? And is this really what I want? You know, kind of that cold feet feeling. So establishing normalcy now by grounding will be good. It'll help you keep going after your success and like not have this fear that prevents you from that success. And then once you attain that success and everything starts to materialize, it'll be a nice way to ground after that to manage that success that you now live in, that is now part of your life. So it can be used at both points, before the success and once you've achieved it. And I think it should be used at both points. I think that's the best way to manage the energy, so it's not fluctuating all over the place, and you have, you know, a sense of control and that hominess that you crave. So I hope this makes sense. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it's helpful. Please let me know how it goes and what you think of it. I hope I earned your like and your subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.